RS30 Wall Street version is retesting a zone, and then it should drop even further. Lastly, and then I want to take your questions and I want to take your favorite pairs. I like gold, for real. And gold has been being real funny. You know, it has a sense of humor. But on the 4 hour, it's already running against the cloud here. And on the 1 hour, it's already broken under the cloud, but see the mouth and see the lagging line creeping toward the market. So let's see what gold's doing. It seems to be working on a pullback that may turn into momentum. We'll have to see, because you see, remember something, if you come on late to a trade, you got an impulse move, and then if the correction is almost equal to the impulse move, that is a sign. That's a sign that, hold on, there's some indecisiveness here. And then notice that the downside move is now shorter. It's kind of losing some steam. And then they're starting to form a green candle. So let's work our way down. And then as you can see, maybe not so much steam of the green. So you got to make sure that you do support and resistance to see what's really going on. If you just use the cloud to determine what you're doing, you're going to be very upset. You're going to be extremely upset. But there's something that happens when you take just an extra couple of seconds and mark you some zones, floors and ceilings, and see what the market's doing. Why? Why is that important? Because you see rejection and you see it fleeing. Then, when it gets closer to a floor, you won't be so surprised when you see a green candle appear. Then it's going to bounce and channel in an area. It never, ever, ever skips past the moves. They do the same thing. All pairs do the same thing. So hypothetically, let me go back here. Or realistically, here's an area to pay attention to. You have to understand what the market's doing. I would encourage you, don't even trade sometimes. Just try to get an understanding as to what the market's doing. And if you want to get money and make trades, use scanners. But on the back end, you come through and you demo and see if you can understand what's going on. And then you'll be able to see what the market's doing. Now I'm expecting this to bounce off of this floor. And if you look at the cloud, and if you pay attention, sometimes even a lagging line will play the same game with as the candles. And sometimes even the cloud will play the same game. Now I'm expecting at some point some green candles will show their faces. And the little bitty guy is peeking out now. So before I execute a sell here, I needed to break this. And so if it's breaking it on a lower time frame, great. But you see, it's not happening yet. So I have to watch and pay attention to support and resistance. Don't just base your trade off of the cloud. Don't do that. That's why we learn the basics. And now you can see, okay, it's really bouncing off this floor a little bit. Now, more than likely, it's going to come back and retest the floor. But you see, if you look on the 1 minute, some of you just got to slow down and then speed up. You'll lose way less trades when you slow down to understand what's going on. You see the impulse move tried to retest the floor and it failed to get all the way there, but it's close enough. And then you get this action. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, that's on the 1 minute. Exactly. And so the 1 minute creates momentum all the way up to the higher. And that's why eventually on the higher time frame, remember, I told the group this in the trade house, which reminds me, Wednesday, 5 a.m., my place and Zoom at the same time. I'm going to see how this goes. We're going to do the trade house. And I'll go over how we're going to flow this starting Wednesday. But I'll drop the link pretty early, and we'll actually start to show right at 5. Okay? And it'll go until 7. Now, you don't have to stay on the entire time. You don't have to trade the entire time. I don't trade 2 hours either. But we're going to get rolling and see what the market gives. See, I take what the market gives me and what it shows me. I don't force trade, so I can't tell you if I'm going to trade 15 minutes and find some magic or it may take me an hour. I don't know. So anyway, what I was saying in the trade house was the nice thing about the 1 minute is it may take 100 candles to make one candle on the 1 hour. So that's why you don't see the test of the red and blue. I'm saying every color except for the color I need. That's why you don't see the green candle yet. What you did see, if you pay close attention, it's sort of broken past. This is why I like doing zones. It's sort of come into a zone here. And what it's done is play in the zone, and it came out of the zone. Now it's playing again in the zone. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to come back out. Slide in and out of the zone. That's terrible. So make sure you understand what it's doing. And when you understand this, then you don't get so confused. You don't sit here and second guess yourself. If you jump on and you see an impulse move, expect a correction. Are you following me? Or is this making sense? Is this simplified enough? Tell me it's simplified enough. I mean,